It is a historic day for us to bring forth Senate Bill 873. And let's talk about what 873 does. There's been a lot of information out. We put it out last week in its first edition. We've worked through it extensively since that time, and the PCS before you is where we are at this point. Now, we will continue to make modifications and hopefully make this a better bill as we go forward today and hopefully be in appropriations this afternoon. But where we are at this moment is this bill, number one, guarantees entering students into the University of North Carolina system a guarantee of their tuition for their college career, and that is defined as 8 semesters for a standard BS degree, and it does go up to a 5-year program for those programs that go 5 years, for those degrees that take 5 years. So this is at any constituent university within the University of North Carolina system. It also directs fee reductions to be reviewed by the Board of Governors, anywhere from 10 to 25%. This is one we're looking at, and I think you'll see a change in this by this afternoon when we get to appropriations. Because as we analyze fees, and we'll talk a little more about that momentarily, I'd just like to hit the high points of the bill. So the fee reduction is another large part. It also sets a $500 per academic semester tuition for 5 institutions within the system. And let me say up front, what we tried to do is make it geographical, so it would go all the way across the state and give an opportunity to North Carolina families to have a very reasonable tuition for our great universities. Those schools are, moving east to west, Elizabeth City State, Federal State University, UNC Pembroke, Winston-Salem State University, and Western Carolina University. So those are the 5 schools identified. Another exciting thing about this bill, it establishes a scholarship known as the Cheatham White Scholarship Fund for North Carolina A&T and North Carolina Central University. This scholarship fund will be what we consider equal to the Moorhead Scholar at Chapel Hill and the Parks Scholarship at NC State. And we're very excited about this. That is the high points of this bill. This bill does not deal any longer with the naming of the universities, although we encourage the universities and the Board of Governors to look and see if it might be a marketing advantage for them to give consideration to certain schools to change names. Evidently, it has been very successful at Pembroke, and they highly recommended it since they took the UNC label and then Pembroke after. So, Mr. Chairman, if I might, another part of this bill that has been added to the PCS is a guarantee, as much as General Assembly can guarantee, going forward out 2 years, that these additional monies will be reimbursed to the universities from the general fund. And I call your attention to section where are we? What section is that? Section 3. And it's contained in there up to $70 million out of the general fund. We've gotten fiscal analysis that shows probably the max we'll need is 61. So that is covered by the General Assembly. So no school will have to come out of pocket or cut services or degrees to pay the difference in that fee. And that in a nutshell is what this bill does.